Hey guys, it's LiveBird8 here again. I've been trying to make this video, no kidding, I've tried to make one about 5 times now, and just every time I'm really not satisfied with it, and I bet it'll probably happen again with this one, but I'm definitely going to upload this one whether it's good or not. First thing I wanted to say was a huge thank you to everybody Let me try that again. First of all, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everybody who subscribed to me since my last video, and especially to Cookie Inc., who made a subscribe to LiveBird8 video, which was basically the best bits, which was about like 30 seconds or something. They made a compilation from that video, and you didn't have to do that. It was awfully nice of you. Cheers for doing that. Seriously, I was going to save this for a while, and I'm still not going to say everything I had intended to say on my last videos for this one. I'll save that for when I get my new eBay stuff, which should hopefully be tomorrow, or at the very latest the day after. I'm not going to say what it is, because I'm going to do one of those typical unboxing videos for the first time, just to see if it works out, and if it doesn't, it's a bit of a shame, because I can only unbox it once, can't I? So for this one, I'm going to do a 5 random facts about me video, so let's get that started. Number 1, you all know probably from my channel the sort of videos I've uploaded in the past of music I like. Massive fan of like 50s rock and roll, rockabilly, 70s punk, and my favourite band of all time is the Beatles. So, it's a bit weird that I can like something from 70s punk like the Sex Pistols or the Clash and still have room to like Frank Sinatra a whole lot. Number 2 is I'm actually quite into football, which is how you actually say in some languages. I know it's pronounced differently, but here it's pronounced football, not soccer. Actually, no, everybody in Australia calls it soccer except for those that are actually really into it like me, and the pretentious ones like me, who insist on calling it football just to annoy every other Australian person. It's like, nah, it's soccer, mate. Favourite teams being Liverpool FC for practically my whole life. I also go for Adelaide United because they're my home team. They did really bad. Actually, both my teams didn't do too well. Liverpool did better than Adelaide did, though. I think we finished at the bottom. Maybe we came second to last, but I'm fairly sure we came last. But it was still good to go to all the games and have a good sing-along and all of that, just abusing the other fans. It's what I go for, really. Point number 3, random fact. I really haven't thought this through. I had something different for point 3 here, but then I realised it was really dull, even more dull than the answer I have to replace it with. So with this answer, you'll know how dull the last thing must have been if I replaced it with this. Point 3, vegetarian. Been a vegetarian for over 2 years now. Well, I stopped completely eating meat over 2 years ago. Every now and then a mistake happens, though. It happens for everyone. Like, I went and got a burrito and I said I wanted the vegetarian meal with beans, and there's a vegetarian type of bean there, and they put in the bacon ones, and I didn't know until I came back the next day, and I'm like, oh, can I have the thing with beans and like vegetarian ones? I'm like, yeah. And then they started scooping them up. I'm like, oh, they didn't look like that last time. I'm like, they look more like those ones. Like, oh, they have bacon in them. So every now and then that sort of thing happens, and I have no idea about it, and I feel really horrible about it. The weird thing is, everybody says, oh, you get sick if you don't eat meat because you get no iron in your body. And I'm like, well, actually, they thought I was anemic, so they like forced like steak into me just about every night of the week years ago, and turned out I had too much iron. It was just, I'm naturally pale. You may have noticed that I send off quite my skin is I'm practically see-through. You probably can't see there, but just putting my arm that close, I go completely white. I'm naturally pale, so they thought I was anemic because I was always tired, but it turned out I just had a really bad sleeping problem. So after I figured that out, I was like, well, I'm not eating steak for a very long time now that it's made me even more sick. And then I kind of just, my mum was a vegetarian. She still eats fish. I don't eat fish. I don't eat any meat at all. If it once had a beating heart, I don't think there's any chance I'm going to be eating that. So that's not very interesting, but I'm not a very interesting person, so that's all I could come up with. So step 3, point 3, vegetarian. Fact 4, I'm a film and television student at the Adelaide College of Arts. If you're going to be profound and whatever, that's what it should be called, but it's actually just TAFE. People that are from other countries, TAFE's like an in-between of school and university. Like, you're out of school doing like a university subject but at a lower level. That's basically because I wanted to do anything to not do year 12. I had the worst time at school. I've never enjoyed school. Maybe when I was like in reception and we played with blocks and stuff like that, but past reception, I've just, no. I hated school. There is nothing, I have like no fond memories of school whatsoever, really. Point 5 is a really obvious one, majorly into video games. As you can see, I'm wearing a Little Big Planet t-shirt. Get a good look at that. Yeah. All sorts of different consoles. I haven't got tons like most people in the YouTube gaming community do. They have like just about every console. I've got a decent amount for considering I have a job that I get about 1 shift a month. I don't have much money. So it's miraculous that I can even have as many as I do. Like, the funny story is, it's not funny at all actually, but I'm going to tell it anyway. Christmas 1999, there's footage of me opening it. I was a weird 6-year-old. Yeah, so Christmas 1999, there's footage of me opening up my present, and it's a Game Boy Color lime green, the one I asked for from Santa. Santa listened. And I got the game I wanted, Pokemon Yellow Edition, and I got 3 other games, and for me that was like, that never left my sight. Even though I wasn't very good at Pokemon Yellow, it took me a long time to realise you could actually leave Ash's house when I was 6 years old. But exactly 10 years later, Christmas 2009, I got myself my first DS. I got a DS Lite Mario Edition that came with a free copy of New Super Mario Brothers, which is the game I wanted to get a DS for. I could have got a Wii, but they're tons more expensive, and I really just wanted something portable that had a light-up screen. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to make point 6, which is blindingly obvious. I'm really not cool. I'm a really nerdy... How old am I? I'm a really nerdy 17-year-old girl who plays video games about 80% of the time. Since the age of about 10 months, I've been told, that was the first time I picked up a Sega Mega Drive controller and tried to play Sonic, when I was about 10 months. So that's pretty impressive, and it explains a lot to this day, so my parents can't be like, video game obsessed. It's like, well, shouldn't have made me play the Mega Drive then, should ya? This really isn't interesting at all, and I've realised I've been filming for nearly 14 minutes, got to massively edit this, and this wasn't interesting at all, but I will have a new video either tomorrow or the day after, depending on which day the stuff comes from eBay. Until then,